Hello everyone, Twistncoils here. Today we're going to do a video on how to part triangles. So we're going to do an updated version and we're just being silly here. You know, you want to get those free licks in. You know how they get on our nerves. So I'm just trying to really knock the shed hairs off, but getting a couple free licks in as well. So yep, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to begin to part. I've already washed and deep conditioned his hair, so we're starting out with the part going straight across the back. This is probably the most important part to me, is the first part. So I always start off with 3 or I start off with 5. It just depends on the density of the person's hair. Okay, so yes, I'm using Shine and Jam. I forgot to mention that. And now that you have that first row, you're going to use that as your guide to complete the rest of the hair. So you can see how I'm putting the comb, laying it right up against that last section and just kind of following it through and just following the shape along to make it a triangle. So make sure you have 3 points. So that's what I'm doing here. So and you can clean it up, make sure you tug a little bit so you can kind of get an idea exactly how it's going to look, so you don't end up with a lopsided triangle, which it happens. So but if so, you can always adjust. So once you have that row, you pretty much are following that same pattern all the way up. So I'm going to part out another row, and when you get to the sides, you're just going to go around in kind of an oval shape. So as you see I'm doing here. And then the concept is still the same. You're still going to follow that comb along the row below to create those parts again. So here I'm doing the same thing, following that part below and going at an angle. And I hope this makes sense, but typically, you know, the points should meet. So here you see down below there's a point right there. So that's what I mean, point to point should meet. That's how you'll know how it's going to look in the end. So, and this is how I do it. So it could be very different. You know, everybody does stuff different. So, but the points meet, and that's how I know that in the end it's going to all come together and look very nice. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. It should really be flowing together. You should be able to see the up and down triangles throughout the style. So I'm just showing you here. It should look something like this if you're doing it correctly. Almost like it's creating a little bit of a X if you open it up. So I went ahead and completed the rest off camera, and I'm just kind of going through to show you guys, and as well as I'm going to count it. You guys always ask how many does he have, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to count them to see exactly how many. I know that's important for some, so I'll try to make sure I list that down below of how many twists he actually has in his head. Okay, so from this point you can do twists, braids, whatever, locks, butterfly locks. The options are endless here. So he's of course getting twists, and I'm adding my moisturizer, and we're gonna just go ahead and twist the remaining of his hair. So I just wanted to pop in and let you guys check out the coil brush over there to the right of the screen. I typically have to brush his hair first prior to actually twisting it. So this coil brush eliminates that brushing before I twist. So it's already has a little brush attached to it, so you can just speed right through it. So wanted to add that in there as well, so you guys can check out that wonderful tool and let me know what you guys think. so that pretty much wraps up the style, and of course we're going to finish it off with oil, as I always do. That's very important for me, it's important for his hair, and that's how he's able to retain length, is keeping his scalp from being dry. So that's what we're doing here. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful, and again, thank you to my new subscribers and current subscribers for hanging in with me, and you guys have a blessed day.